Kind of studying it a little bit before I get to cleaning it and trying some more. Um, Probably even going to take some alcohol and stuff and clean up the glass because trying to glue it the first time and trying to move it around, trying to find a good spot, I kind of smeared it some. So I think that area's be totally clean. And you can see the little eyes. Sits on the glass about like that. So let's see, facing that way. Yeah, I figured the 2 look downwards and the 4 look upwards. And there's a little top piece that goes over this that it sits on. And that's the thing, like, even though there's a piece covering it, I mean, it's infrared. It's designed to see through that little case it goes onto. But whoever had put it back up last time had just pushed it into a gigantic ball of glue, a ball of glue so big, like a circle like this, and throughout the whole outer case. So that's what I imagine it was like before, like having glasses and trying to just see through a big, ball of glue placed in the front. It thinks there's water there at all times. So getting it off that helped. And there's some spots where, while it is dry, it finally stops thinking it sees it and lets them turn off when they're on auto. But like I said, then when I tried testing it with water, thinking I had it, and still didn't respond. So I was like, well, that's not good. We're just going the other direction. We're going from delay being all the time to delay not working at all. So I'm going to try cleaning everything, see if that helps. Probably even going to take some alcohol to these lenses even. Take some alcohol, like rubbing alcohol to the case, the cover of it that glues onto the glass and the glass itself, and see if then I can't finally figure out a good way. Because that was another one of the problems. The place it's in, you see it's those little black dots. Those black dots are like, they're not truly uniform with the glass. They're actually something put on it, so they're a little lifted. So whenever you have fluids like that, it's hard to get them out of there. Tint guys will tell you that if you ever have to, like when you put tint on, it won't always stick as well to those spots. You might see little bitty bubbles, and especially when you take it off, then it can be very hard to get the glue out of those areas. So yeah, it's probably gonna be a little tricky because of stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure the fact that moving this around can make it respond differently suggests this is still working. It's still reading. It's just not reading right. So I think cleaning all that up, getting all that fixed up, and then getting it glued right. And I'm gonna just try. At first, I was trying to glue it just around, I think the back here and the sides, but that probably still upsets these. So I'm going to try on that case, see if I can't glue just the sides. Maybe I can look at how it's built and get a little glue here where the little dots wouldn't be seen anyway. Try to glue it just right. In fact, I think that's the problem too, because people thought this was such a sensitive thing. People thought you would replace the whole windshield when it went bad before. It wasn't until 2011 on the website I found. So, 9 years after this vehicle came out, or 10 really, they came out before the year they're named for. 10 years for people to figure out that you could fix this without having to replace the whole windshield. They acted like it had to be redone from the factory, re-glued from scratch. No, not necessarily. It can be done, but apparently it's tricky, and I'm thinking that's not necessarily just need the kit. I'm thinking it's that you gotta know how to glue it just right. So I'm gonna be looking into that and cleaning everything up.